Hello, this is Heather Leeson here for Toronto Goth. I'm here speaking with Cliff, DJ Elf, on the beautiful patio, which is Cafe Taste on Queen Street, owned by proprietor Jeremy Day. He's been kind enough to let us take over his backyard just for a little bit. So Cliff, why don't we get started with, you've been a DJ for how long?
23 years.
23 years. Now, you've seen a lot of changes in the career, in the scenes, in the different cities. I know you travel a lot. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what your career has been? What have you done?
I started 23 years ago DJing at a science fiction convention of all things, because it's a whole mess of geeks and they have a different taste in music, and your standard DJ can't do it. So it was the first place that I had ever publicly DJed outside of a house party, and I actually had the honor and the privilege this year of going back to that exact same convention and spinning for them. I started DJing back when what we call retro now was current, and Depeche Mode and Cure were putting out the first albums, and Susie and the Banshee. Since then, I have been all over the New England states, the Midwest, as far down as New Orleans, Ottawa, Montreal, Boston, New York City, everywhere.
Plus, you've worked some great festivals like Rejuvenator and Endless City, Endless Nights, yes.
Yep, some amazing festivals. I've worked with some fantastic people. I've had amazing audiences and amazing crowds. I mean, there's nothing like a good dance floor and a good receptive club full of people to really kind of, you know, make you pleased that you picked the right place to go. Now,
you've been in Toronto for a couple of years now.
Yes.
So tell me about Toronto and the goth scene in Toronto.
The goth scene in Toronto is still vibrant, still large, better than New York City, better than a lot of places I keep hearing. It's it lost a little bit in the last couple of years due to recession, people moving on with their lives, getting families and kids, moving cities. But there's still a very energetic youth out there. There are still clubs. There's still all sorts of stuff going on in Toronto. Toronto is still a fantastic city for the dark alternative scene, for a lot of the fringe scenes.
Right. Well, that's good to know. Now you're involved in a company called DSOL. So tell us what that means and what do you guys do? And
4 years ago, two really excellent DJs and me got together in
Hey, I've been on your dance floor.
And we decided that, you know what, working together we could be so much better than each of us working individually. We could expand into bands and festivals and special events and all sorts of other fun stuff. And so we created a company which DJ Narcissus gave us the name for, Darker Side of Light. And we have been slowly, painfully growing ever since, because anyone that's done excuse me, independent work can tell you it's an upward struggle all the time, especially in the entertainment business, but it's a fun struggle at the same time. And again, we've made some great friendships, we've learned a lot of lessons. Darker Side of Light now does a metal festival in Kitchener every year. They've been behind some fantastic bands coming to Ontario, and we've also worked with Quebec. We work with Vancouver a lot. We're looking at doing other festivals. We've gotten our fingers into a number of different pies. All of them have been just a joy to work with.
Now, what's coming up next? Where are you DJing in the next 2 months?
In the next 2 months, I'll be doing a guest spot in Ottawa at Death Disco as soon as they find a new club to settle into.
Oh, I heard about Cabana.
Yes, it's unfortunate when the club closes its doors. There's not a lot you can do, but DJ Dolson is already got a line on a potential new club in the next couple of weeks, because that man has 2 speeds, dead and on, and he's still got a pulse, so he's on. I'll be guesting at Neutral in mid-October with DJ Osaze, who is a fantastic friend and also another member of DSOL. And then probably in September I'll be doing a bit of a tour. Every year I'll try to get out to Detroit and Ann Arbor and Bowling Green and Cleveland and Chicago and see where I can find a spot for myself guest DJing, and if I can't get a spot, then at least I can check out the clubs, meet the people, see what the scene's like in those cities.
Right, and what are you listening to right now?
What am I listening to right now?
Yes.
Strangely, I've got a couple of guilty pleasures in the CD player, like Grace Kelly by Mika. And,
that's not bad. Michael Jackson, you know. But
oh, yes. All sorts of fun little stuff. My range varies everywhere from I Don't Want to Set the World on Fire by the Ink Dots to the very latest by Depeche Mode to I love it all. I really do.
Well, Cliff, thanks so much for taking the time to speak with us. I hope that you have a good time in September on your tour, and I look forward to being on your floor in October. Hopefully you'll play my favorite, what is it, Fairy God Motherfucker or something like that. I don't know. It's like my favorite Cliff. I know. See, I'm the one who comes and asks you for that. So thanks so much for your time, Cliff.
Thank you, Heather.